Hi guys, Karen here with another video, and today I wanted to do a video about ingredients that every home chef should have on hand to make a really good meal at any given moment. At any, whenever you need to. If you have these ingredients on hand, it just makes everything a lot easier. I've wanted to do this video for some time. I just didn't know how to go about executing it in terms of do I take you in the kitchen? Do I pull everything out? How does that work? But I thought that would be pretty chaotic. So I figured a sit down video was the best way to go over it, and then to add pictures where necessary, in order to let you all know exactly what I was talking about in terms of like certain sauces and things like that. As most of you know, I've been cooking for a very long time, and I enjoy cooking, and my family benefits from the fact that I enjoy cooking. I cooked with my mom, my sisters growing up, and it just became like a little hobby and passion, which then led to buying, like different types of pots, things like that. And so, but I've also gotten questions about, where do I find the ingredients, or how do I make sure that my pantry's always stocked, and how do I always have the things that I need to cook with. So these are the things that I'm going to share today. Also, thank you so much, guys, for getting us to 500 subscribers. Quite honestly, I am in shock. I never expected it. I always told Maya that I figured that we would always have like, we would be the only people watching it, along with our family whom we forced to subscribe to our channel. So it's just, I feel so blessed and fortunate that you all are following, and I just thank you guys so much for hitting that subscribe button. And if you haven't already subscribed, join our family. Feel free to hit that subscribe button today, and I'm almost certain you won't be disappointed. Okay, so let's get into it, because I don't want to hold you guys. Just want to share these things with you. So first and foremost, oh, and by the way, I do have my handy dandy notebook, because I will pick it up from time to time. So the first 4 items, normally we refer to 3 of them as the Trinity in terms of cooking, but because I listed 4, I'm just going to, the 4th one is something that you can interchange. So what I always like to have on hand fresh are onions, garlic, and bell peppers. The one that I change in and out is celery. So if I don't have the bell peppers, it's more than likely that I'm going to have celery. So I always have those 4 items on hand, because if you just put bell peppers, garlic, and onion in a skillet, everybody in your house will think you're making this gourmet meal. Just that by itself. You didn't even put salt yet. It's going to smell delicious. So those are the first 4 items that I would say always have fresh and always have ready to go in your home. If you have some different things that you have, leave that in the comments below. I'm always interested in learning new things. So let me know what vegetables you like to always have on hand. The next one, we're going to go to herbs. So one thing I will say is everyone should have salt and pepper. But yeah, you'd be surprised how many people do not add salt to their food. And I use coarse salt. One, because it adds an instant flavoring. You don't have to add too much of it in order to reach the flavor intensity that you're looking for. And I always have black pepper on hand. You can use a grinder, or you can just use the regular pepper container if you like, but always have salt and pepper. Added to that, basil, thyme, rosemary, and sage, and oregano. With these 5 herbs, you're going to be able to make almost any dish. There's almost anything you cook, you're probably going to need one of them, if not all of them. Also, when you have them on hand, you can make your own Italian seasoning, and you can make even your own herb de Provence, if you have some dried lavender there as well. And one root that you want to have on hand is a ginger root. Um, Makes a huge difference in terms of flavoring and also how many types of dishes that you can actually create with ginger. I always lean towards garam masala, cumin, turmeric, paprika, red pepper flakes, and chili powder. And also ginger powder if you don't happen to have the ginger root on hand. You can make almost anything. You can make chilies with it. You can make curries with these spices across the board. If you just invest, if you just only have the time and finances to invest in those, just get those items. And you can go to a local mom and pop spice place. We have one in our area, and he just carries spices. And for a spice bag, about it's the size of a rectangular sort of square. For like $2, I have enough turmeric to last me for 3 years, literally. The next one that I would say is if you are a baker, this category is for you. I always like to have unbleached all-purpose flour. I like to have whole wheat pastry flour simply because a whole wheat pastry flour is ground a little bit more finely, so it's not as heavy in texture if you're trying to use it for breads or like a cinnamon roll, because you still want it to be light. If I'm going to use the whole wheat flour, then I'm going to use whole wheat pastry flour. Also, you're going to always keep on hand baking soda and baking powder, and you always have those on hand. And with your sugars, I always try to have white sugar or cane sugar, brown sugar, and confectioner sugar, because I like to make my own icings. And then always have some vanilla extract somewhere. If you have no other extracts, keep vanilla extract on hand. You'll be glad you did. Next, we're going to go to crushed peppers and paste. So I always like to have tomato paste on hand because I tend to make my own spaghetti sauces, and tomato paste just adds a level, allows you to thicken up your sauces a little bit. And then I also like the Calabrian chili pepper paste. We have a local Italian grocery store, so I get mine from there. But you can find a wonderful chili paste wherever, and also and almost anywhere actually. And then there's another paste that I enjoy, which is a chili garlic pepper paste, and this one you'll probably find at your local Asian grocery store. And all of these are really inexpensive paste to have on hand, and they add just a nice warmth and heat and that spice, just the right amount to any dish that you're going to add it to. Even if you're just scrambling it with tofu or eggs or whatever you're using it for, it's just going to add that extra, and you'll thank me. You really will. If you buy it, you'll thank me. Going to oils and broths, always have a vegetable oil. If you use vegetable broth, or if you use a chicken broth, or if you make your own like I do, because it's really simple, or if you don't want to carry all of those all the time, because it can be a bit bulky and take up a lot of cabinet space, you can also use the chicken or vegetable bouillon that you just add the little flavor pack to your meals, to whatever you're cooking, and it just adds a really quick punch, and you can add your liquid and it's going to season that whole thing. Also, if you don't want to carry it dry, you can also use the vegetable and chicken stock bouillon that's for your refrigerator. Same thing, it's going to be great. When it comes to oils, I like to have olive oil, canola oil, or vegetable oil on hand, because the canola and vegetable oil are really good for frying, as they don't burn high when you're actually cooking. Then coconut oil, I like to have ghee on hand for any of my curry dishes, and because it adds a nice depth of flavor to the curry dishes. And then I like truffle oil. You got to have that on hand. You've got to have that on hand. You'll thank me if you do. It's a specialty oil, and by the way, it is it's not an acquired taste. It's just some, some people don't like the intensity of the aroma, but I happen to like it. Sesame oil, that's going to help you with any sort of Asian cuisine that you're trying to make, and your butter or your margarine. We tend to have a lot of earth balance margarine here, and sometimes occasionally butter if you're making cakes or pies or anything, but you can go back and forth between margarine and butter, whatever works best for you. And then last but not least, your sauces and vinegars. So I always have these three on hand, which is soy sauce, hoisin sauce, and fish sauce. Yes, we are a vegetarian household, but I do use the fish sauce because it does add a flavor, just a really, I don't know, umami sort of flavor to things. Still working on seeing if I can recreate that flavor using a different grouping of sauces, but as of yet, haven't found anything close to it. And I also like to buy tomato puree. I tend to buy tomato purees during the fall and winter because in the spring and summer, we grow our own tomatoes. If you follow my gardening series, you'll see this spring and summer, hopefully. But I tend to, during the spring and summer, I'll make my own spaghetti sauces. But during the fall and winter, at our favorite Italian grocery store, I'll just buy tomato puree because they don't have anything in it. It's just straight tomatoes. They don't add any salt, no nothing. You're adding all of your favorite ingredients to the sauce to make it your own. And then you're always going to have coconut milk on hand for any type of, to enrich any sauce, add extra texture and flavor, and a lot for different curries as well. And then last but not least, your apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and always have a good mustard and relish on hand. The apple cider vinegar and tomato puree, as well as some of your soy sauce can always be used as well to make your own barbecue sauces, make your own ketchups. The list is endless what you can make, and I always keep relish on hand and mustard. Also, if someone wants to make an egg salad or mock tuna salad or what have you. So I hope that you all found this video helpful. I was trying very hard not to make it super long. But let me know in the comments below, what are some things and ingredients that you can't live without? Add them to the comments below because I would love to know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!